let's look at question 15. It says, he denied speaking harshly to me. So, okay, so that is the question. That is the question. So with this one, we all know that with question tag, you always have to look at the statement and the question tag. Now we have said that if the statement is positive, the question tag should be what?
Negative.
Good. So is this statement positive or negative?
Positive.
Good. Hence the question tag will be what?
Negative.
But with question tag, always there should be an auxiliary verb in the word question, or auxiliary verb in the verb structure. So when you look at this one, we have denied, but there is no auxiliary verb close to denied. And we introduce what we call a dummy do. A do. I've told you this. So you know that we have three forms of the to do. So we have do itself, does, and what? Did. Good. So we use the do when the subject is what? Plural. We use does when the subject is what? Singular. And we use did when the verb is what? Past. Okay. Now in this case, let's look at the verb. Is the verb past?
Yes.
Good. Hence we have to use what? Did. So you notice that in that case, there is did here. That's what we call a dummy do. The did is there, but it is hidden. So we have he did, then this one will change. If you want to rewrite the word, the sentence again. So he did deny speaking harshly to me. So let's rewrite it again. He did deny speaking harshly to me. Good. So now we have this. In that case, it becomes very easy for us. So now when we look at the verb phrase, we have did what? Deny. That is the verb phrase. Then what is the auxiliary verb in the verb phrase? Did. So then we look for the negative of did. So we add not to did. And we have what? Did not. And the contracted form is what?
Didn't.
So then it becomes what? Didn't he? Do you have didn't he in the options?
Yes, sir.
So the answer is what? Didn't he? So anytime you get a question where the verb does not have an auxiliary verb, you have to what? Rewrite it again, taking into consideration the three forms of what? To do. If the subject is plural, you use do. If the subject is singular, you use what? Does. If the verb is past, you use what? Did. If the verb is past, you use what? Did. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.